So if we remember back to a previous couple of videos, me and Paul Whitewick went looking for a Roman road. We think the A345, the Old Marlborough Road from Old Sarum, Salisbury, is a Roman road. I think because of some tentative identifications in charters, but I had to leave it because there was no data left. I'd run out of data. And so this is where it became crucial finding new stuff. Now, I've had a look tying in some what has been doubtful to some academics, but by taking a systems approach, I can put them all together. That this is like a database where some bits of information have gone to the wrong place. Now we need to correct that. So what we have is that Laverstock, the Charter of Laverstock, that talks of Winterbourne and Laverstock and Chipmana. Remember that Chipmana for later on. The Laverstock, it actually says Lavershet, which means, I think it means the stream of the iris, the wild iris. The more classical definition is shet, as in three sheets to the wind. A corner of a sail is a sheet, and in Old English that's shet. But I think in this case there's a reference to a quote talking about the aloe, the alder trees along a shet that goes to a bourne, a stream. So that implies, because the alder tree is a water tree, a tree that enjoys water, that implies that the shet is something to do with water. I think it is a stream that runs alongside the Bourne River. It is maybe a mill race or something like that. Eventually I'll go around and have a look at it. But that, we have a place today called Laverstock, so I'm obviously associating those two things. We have the Bourne. It describes going along the Bourne. At the beginning, it's actually called Winterburnen or Winterburner, one of the two. And there are several villages along the Bourne River down here near Salisbury that are called the Winterbourne. Now we have another charter of the Winterbourne that's been misplaced. It's been put up near Shrewton by the academics. I can see why they might have done it, because that is on what is today called the Winterbourne, and there's a place called the Chipnana Dina, I think. Remember that that Chipnana, because that's how I know it's in the wrong place, because we also have a Chipmana in Laverstock's charter, so they share a boundary. I'm pretty sure they do, and topographically it describes the boundary in the 1880s really well. So we could show those two share a boundary. They're together. I think they're two halves of an estate that got cut up. Now there's also another couple of references. There's two places, two landmarks called the Smarlen Way and Wantes Knoll. Now in the Charter of Idmiston there is a Smarler Way and there is a Knoll together, and the Winterbourne Charter, there's a couple of things in between those two things, but they are pretty close. That Winterbourne and Idmiston share a boundary too. So I can prove, and you be the judge. You guys be the judge. That they are together, and that's given us. Well, that's given to me. Now the problem with Idmiston, Grundy couldn't solve it, but he thought it was only half the current civil parish. I think so too, but he didn't know which one it was, the half above the River Bourne or the half below, which direction the boundary was going in. It was just impossible. So thanks to joining up these three charters, I know it goes clockwise and it's to the north of the Winterbourne. So we've had a breakthrough. Does it tell us anything about the stræt, the Roman road? What does the Charter of Idmiston and the second Charter of Winterbourne, what do they say about the Roman road we're looking for? Well, Winterbourne, wiggly wobbly way, up to what he calls the Hare stræt, and stræt means Roman road. After that he says go along Hare stræt, Ina Reardan Hane, where the boundary, the 1880s parish boundary turns, is a place called Reed's Pond. And Reardan means red, but that spelling, R-E-A-D, is, it would have lost the A-N inflection. All words pretty much, loads and loads of words, not all, lose those over the years. So that reed survives up until not quite today, but the 1800s. So I was on the right track. Hare means army, stræt means Roman road, so it's the army Roman road. The Charter of Idmiston, which goes in the same clockwise direction but to the right, to the east, it also makes his way up to what it calls a stræt. So we have a street, and then goes to Ehrenberg, and that is the dwelling place in the fortification, is what it means. Now on the HER, the Heritage Environmental Record, they've placed Ehrenberg lower down. They've in fact placed it where I've put Wantes Canal, at least provisionally. They've got it wrong. They've when it says on long stræt, I think they thought that was the Portsway. The charters, I think, are quite clear. It's the Smarlen Way leading to the canal. So God knows how I'm going to get the county archaeologist to change the Heritage Environmental Record. People might not even believe me, but I'm going to, like the stuff I was doing Western Superman, I'm going to have to write it up and send it to the local archaeological magazine and see whether or not we can get anybody to believe me. But I can link those place names, cross-reference them pretty well. I'm convinced. What about you? Tell me in the comments below. You're the jury. I've been reading Aristotle's Rhetoric. I hope you found today more clear because I've been practicing it. Rhetoric, according to Aristotle, is the verbal presentation of not just a theory but proof. Can you with your voice prove something? So I wrote it out twice before presenting this, trying. I have a way of delivery that is just, I make sure I know my subject, then I blurt it all out. It's just not good enough. I hope you've seen improvement. I hope it's helped you understand what I'm trying to say, the logic of it. I've left out loads of interesting stuff about these charters, trying to make this a clear demonstration, clear proof, as much as I can, that the A345 is a Roman road. Cheers for watching. Subscribe, comment, thumbs up if you would awfully. Thank you very much for watching. Ta-da for now.